إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وعد الله المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ومساكن طيبة في جنات عدن ورضوان من الله أكبر ذلك الفوز العظيم صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah At-Tawbah verse 72, Allah has promised the believers, men and women, gardens under which rivers flow, to dwell therein forever, and beautiful mansions in gardens of paradise. But the greatest bliss is the good pleasure of Allah, and this is the supreme success. I want us to begin by giving Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all of you with us. May the peace and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of us, inshallah. So, I don't know who's coming up with these titles. Last week, if she ain't on the deen, can she be my queen? Yeah. And this week, graduate dream house, success or failure. So, I don't know who's coming up with these titles. What is the graduate dream? And I want to get you guys involved. Yeah, if you've been at the welcome dinner, you remember the pat on the head. Let's get everyone involved. What is the graduate dream? Somebody, okay, khair. I'm going to give you a typical graduate dream. Yeah, you're at uni, 2-1, unless you're Solomon. Yeah, then it's the first, because otherwise anything under than that is failure. So 2-1 in your degree. Yeah, so Umar is making dua, inshallah, he's going to get it. Yeah, you graduate, you go for the graduate job. The ideal graduate job, starting at 18, maybe moving on to 25, 30, 40k. So you've got the career, yeah, and you've got the money. Once you've got the money, what's the next step? You want to show it off, right? The latest gadgets, yeah? What are they called? The Blueberries, the Blackberries, the Galaxy S2, 3s, one of these, yeah? After that, the clothes, the car. You don't want an old banger, you want the BMW. You want the latest cars. And the house. But not any old house, you want the 4 or 5 bedroom house with the big garden. And if you're Asian, you've got enough people in your family to do 11 aside. Yeah, this is the garden that everyone wants, right? So you want the mansion, the big house. This is the graduate dream, or typical graduate dream. Yeah. Now, as the title says, success or failure, and today we're going to focus on what is success and what does it mean to be successful. And I also want to ask everybody, who in this society is deemed as successful? Who are the people that are successful in this society and in the West in general? Any names that come to mind? Alan Sugar. Richard Branson. Who do you guys think are successful? Steve Jobs. Okay, so we've seen a trend here, businessmen. What about like celebrities? Movie stars? Sorry? Okay, fair enough. Okay, if you look at all of the people that are successful, what we find is we see a common thing. So some people may deem businessmen as successful, like Alan Sugar, Bill Gates. Some people might see celebrities as successful. You know, your Brad Pitts or Will Smiths, and you know, I know someone here is an undercover Bollywood fan, yeah? So we've got the Shah Rukh Khans as well here. I know that, bros, yeah? So we see different people are seen as successful in this society, and there's a common thing between them. What makes them successful? Why is it that we deem them as successful? To answer this question, we have to understand what is success and how do we define success. In the West, we define success based upon the capitalist framework, because we're living in a capitalist society. What does that mean? Let's make it very simple. In this society, the focus is on the individual. And the core ideas and the values that are conveyed and pushed forward in this society is of freedom, benefit, pleasure. These are the main ideas, and all of these systems emanate from these ideas, come from these ideas, stem from these ideas. And their notion of success also comes from this idea. They don't have any link to the akhirah, because this is their one life. It's not necessarily about the akhirah. Ultimate success depends on this life and what you achieve in this life. That is success. So based on this, let's look at the people we've mentioned. Alan Sugars, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, the celebrities, the movie stars. What's common between them all? They all have wealth. Straight away the brother said car and house, yeah? They have the cars and the houses, and they have the latest gadgets. They have a career. They're the best in what they do. They have the materials to show for it. They have the fame, the recognition. They have the respect of their peers. And this is all common between each and every single person within these types of people. And this is what is seen as success, and this is what we are told is success. This is what's common between them. Now, this notion of success, it has affected all of us in some way or another. Whether you like it or not, it has affected us. It's definitely affected our parents, right? Because what do our parents tell us? Putter, you go to university, you get a good education, you get a good job, you get a good car, then that will help you get the good wife, then you have the nice children, and you have a nice life. Yeah? This is what our parents tell us. This is the dream for them. For us, we've either completely accepted this or very loosely accepted it. If we've completely accepted it, success and failure is determined by the criteria that we've set. And if we've loosely accepted it, then it some way defines the criteria of success for us. It's in our psyche, it's in our mind, it's in our thinking. So we've either been affected completely or loosely. Now, the question that comes, what's the problem with this? Do you guys in this room, do you see a problem with this notion of success? Do you think it's a problem? Is there a problem? And what I want to tell all you brothers today is this is a big problem for Muslims particularly. But not only Muslims, it's also a problem for people in general. This notion of success is a problem for people in general. What does it do? First of all, there's no link to the akhirah, so there's no accountability. And ultimate success is defined by that criteria. It creates a society that's fixated on what? Materialism. It's a very materialistic society. People are always after the latest things and they want to own things. They want wealth. They want money. In essence, people are chasing what? They're chasing money. This is what you have in this society. And it creates a society on a mass level. What do you have? The levels of depression, the levels of people saying that they're unhappy, people purchasing antidepressant tablets. They're on the increase. Suicide is on the increase. I'm not saying this notion of success is the key reason why people are unhappy, but I'm saying it's one of the contributors. People in this society are unhappy, they're depressed, they're always chasing something and they want something more. This is what you find. Let's look at it in a bit more detail. Two types of people. You've got the successful ones, and you've got those people who fall short of that criteria and who fall short of that success. So it could be any one of us in this room. Yeah? So for example, Umar, yeah? I'm picking out Umar because we had a conversation, I remember at the welcome dinner, about graduating and getting that graduate job, right? Yeah. So right now, there's an economic crisis. There's an economic crisis. The number of graduate jobs out there is on the decrease. The chances of you getting that graduate job, very unlikely, very slim. That's the harsh reality. So let's say our brother Umar, yeah, let's hope this doesn't happen, but he gets out into the workforce, he's full of motivation, all of a sudden all the doors are slammed in his face, there's nothing. Damn. Okay, the graduate dream, the starting point has already been hit. So he thinks, look, I'm going to get any old job just to make ends meet. So he goes to Subway, halal Subway, let's say, yeah. He's accepted that. So now he doesn't have the job. He doesn't have the job. So he can't buy all of these material things. So he can't get the gadgets. He has to get the old Nokia app. He can't buy the car, so he has to get the old banger that's like traveled, like 8 different people have owned it. It's got that weird smell in the car. You put the foot down on the accelerator, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah? And then you see the Beamer going past, you think, if only I was in that one, man, I'd show these people. And you're stuck doing 2 miles per hour, yeah, in your old banger. What about the house? You don't have the house. You're like in a council house or a 1-bedroom flat, or you're living with your mum and dad. And you're just upset, you know. I've fallen short of that success, that dream, I've fallen short of it. How does society view that person? How does society view Umar? How does Umar view himself? If he has bought into this notion of success, is he happy with himself? Does he deem himself as a failure or a success? And this is what this society does to you. It tells you that if you fall short of this criteria, you're a failure. And you're never satisfied with your current condition. You always want something better. You always want something more. You're always chasing. And you hear a common thing in this society, the rat race. Join the rat race. So the people who are chasing success and who fall short of success are characterized by what? Emptiness, unhappiness, depression, the chasing and chasing and chasing. So that's the people who fail. What about the people who are successful? Because you could argue, well, if I'm successful, why does any of this matter? But what you find is the people who are where you want to be are more unhappy than you. They're more unhappy than you. Why do I say that? Many reasons. First of all, the people who are successful, you look at them and you think, if I was in his position, man, I'd enjoy that money. I'd spend it well. I'd buy the nicest things. I'd just be happy, man. I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't have a care in the world. That's how you think. You think, if I was there, that's how I'll be thinking. But the guy who's in your position, he's thinking, okay, I got the 40k job, but my boss, he's earning more money than me. Actually, is this really success? Success is what he's got. Yeah, I've got the nice car, but his car looks a bit better than mine. He's got it imported from America. Ah, that'd be nice. Yeah, my house is nice, but he's got another bedroom. That'd be nice. So what happens is, you end up chasing that. Then you get to where he is and you think, wait a minute, there's something more. And it's like a set of stairs. I was telling one of the brothers last week, you climb a set of stairs, you get to a landing and you think, yes, I've made it. And you turn around, damn, there's another set of stairs. You climb the second set. Then you get to the landing and you think, damn, there's another one. Okay, let me just go up this one. Then you keep on doing this on and on and on, and it never ends. The person who was a failure is chasing. The one who's deemed as a success, he's also chasing. Similar. Another reason, when you achieve that level of success, or what you think is success, the feeling, that joy, that pleasure that you get, it's momentary. It lasts for a small amount of time. So imagine you get a promotion. That feeling that you get, it only lasts for like the day. Okay, you might enjoy the money for a few months, maybe, or a few weeks, but then after that, you're bored of it. You've achieved it. It's very limited. The joy and the pleasure that comes with it is very limited. So yet people are unhappy. So again, what you find is they're chasing, the people who are failure are chasing, and they're both characterized by similar things. And you see common examples of people having a midlife crisis, people being under depression, turning to drugs, turning to alcohol. And we see many examples of this, right? If we just turn on the TV, we see examples of celebrities just doing God knows what, drugs, alcohol, they're so depressed, they're so unhappy, but they're supposed to be successful. I think that's why the Buddha said they weren't successful, right? Already ahead of us right now. He's thinking ahead. And this is the point. The people who are there are really, they're not there. It's just superficial. It's not real. They're as unhappy as the people who are chasing them. And you see famous examples, I don't know, recently I was watching the news, Amy Winehouse died of alcohol abuse, drug abuse. Some years back it was Britney Spears shaving her head off. Famous example I like to give is Evander Holyfield. You guys heard of Evander Holyfield? Yeah, the boxer. 1990s, he won world titles. That success he achieved in the 1990s, he wants that same buzz again. He's 45, 50, he's still boxing. Our dad's 45, 50, they're sitting in the living room. They're not getting ready for a boxing match, are they? Why does he want to box? He's supposed to be successful. Why not enjoy your success? But instead of enjoying his success, he's training just so he can get that buzz one more time, that feeling one more time. So again, people who are successful are unhappy, people who are failure are also unhappy. Now, the question that we need to ask ourselves is this really success?